evening, and welcome to Let's Talk with Lakshmi, a show about us, our people, our community, our culture, our experiences. Viewers, on Thanksgiving night, an Indo-Caribbean family were the victims of a hate crime where at their Woodhaven home on 80th Street and 89th Avenue, their 40 Jhandi flags, which were raised in front of their homes, were savagely burned. We gather here today on December 4th with the Sadhana organization for Hindus to gather as a peace rally to bring peace to our community as one, as we search for this perpetrator who burned these 40 Jhandi flags.
The Jhandi flag, the Dwaja or the Jhandi, simply represents Bhavan. And when it's hoisted and being placed in front of your home, it also serves as protection for that environment. The flag also represents victory in every aspect of our life.
So viewers, we're standing here now with CHARRAN NARINE. CHARRAN NARINE actually lives at this home where it was his 40 Jhandi flags which were burned. So CHARRAN, how long have you been living here in Woodhaven?
I've been living here since 2005.
Now, is this like a safe neighborhood, or what would you describe your neighborhood as?
This is a safe neighborhood. I could say it's safe.
Were you aware of the fire?
I didn't know until the next morning. My dad knew about it, but when he came outside, the fire was already out by the firefighters.
Who called the fire department?
I don't know, maybe one of the neighbors or somebody that saw the fire.
How do you feel that this happened to your home?
I think it's really bad. There's people living in the house, there's kids, it's not safe.
And how many children live in this home with you?
Like three little kids, 3 little girls.
Do you have any idea who could have done this?
I have no clue, no idea.
So when we do catch the perpetrator who did this, what would you like to tell this person?
I would want to know why he did it.
We're here with the neighbor, Mr. SAFRAZ, who lives right next door to the home where the 40 Jhandi flags were burned. Now, Mr. SAFRAZ, I know it's your camera that actually caught the perpetrator in action.
Yes, the guy go in front of the camera and look straight in the camera in the face. And then he walk through the side of the car and he go through the store there.
Do you know approximately what time this happened?
I think, according to the camera, like 1 something to 2 o'clock.
So at this time, people were sleeping. I mean, imagine if their homes were burnt down. Are you afraid of something like this happening again?
Well, I hope nothing will happen because I hope they get him.
Now, Mr. SAFRAZ, have you ever heard of anything like this happening in your neighborhood before?
Well, mine, they taken about 3 years ago, they taken throw it on the street, but I didn't take it for anything. So I tell my wife, let Lila decide about that.
Well, we are here now with the Sadhana organization, so hopefully something like this will not happen again in this neighborhood or in any other neighborhood.
Namaste. Assalamu alaikum. Sat Shri Akal. Shalom. Good evening. My name is AMINTA KILAWAN, and I am a co-founder of Sadhana Coalition of Progressive Hindus. So tonight we are here in response to a crime that occurred on Thanksgiving. 40 Jhandi flags were set ablaze right behind where I stand. Jhandi flags are so integral to the Hindu Indo-Caribbean community. They're customarily raised at the culmination of the Indo-Caribbean Hindu ritual called the Jhandi. And they represent different deities, most popularly Hanumanji, the epitome of a loyal, loving friend to Lord Rama in the Hindu epic Ramayana. If you walk around this neighborhood, if you walk around Ozone Park, South Ozone Park, Richmond Hill, you will see that Jhandi flags are the most prevalent identifier of the Hindu Indo-Caribbean home. And whoever decided to burn these flags struck hard at the Hindu faith, but more so at humanity. Because when you hurt one, you hurt all, as is evident from all of your presence here tonight. And so what we stand here to do is to denounce all violence motivated by bigotry and by hatred.
Let me invite all of you to clasp your hands together and just bow your heads if you choose and offer a prayer, and let's bring unity to all our brothers and sisters across the world, not only Hindus, but for all faith. As we ask God in this universal prayer, we're saying, Lord, Om Asato Ma Sadgamaya, Tam Soma Jyotir Gamaya, Mrityurma Amritam Gamaya. In that prayer, we're asking God, in a universal message, that lead us from untruth to truth, from injustice to justice. Lead us from ignorance to the light of wisdom. And O Lord, lead us all from the darkness of death to the truest light of immortality, understanding, and awareness that we are all one.
The NARINE family couldn't be with us because there's death in their family. But I'm Sunita Vishwanath. I'm co-founder of Sadhana with AMINTA and others, and I'll read their statement. The entire NARINE family thanks you for your support. We are a loving family and are faithful Hindus that practice peacefully. Although we feel hurt and we were afraid that something worse could have happened, we feel blessed that we are safe. We don't understand why someone would target our home. If the perpetrator is found, we would like to try and talk with them, to understand their motivation and to explain about our culture and our religion, which is peaceful. We want to build dialogue and trust to help the racism disappear. We have it in our hearts to forgive. It means so much to us that so many of you have come together to support us. We kindly ask everyone to respect our privacy at this time.
I stand with this community this evening because I believe in my heart of hearts that love will overcome hatred. I believe that all of us standing together, universally, in one voice, that we will overcome the hatred of a sick individual. And so I come here today with a message of peace and love and understanding. And to say to the Woodhaven community and this community overall, that we will not allow anyone to shake our basic values. And tonight all of us stand as one, regardless of our race, our ethnicity, our religion. All of us are one. And whenever there is an act of hate in this city, all of us must respond immediately. We live in a city where we celebrate diversity. We live in a city which is a tapestry of races. And we live in a city where we are all respected by one another. And so whoever is out there and whoever thinks that they can divide us, let me tell you that you will not shake the bonds that tie us together as one. And so anyone, those who are responsible for destroying those 40 Jhandi flags, symbols of prayer and peace and love and friendship, that we are prepared to go through whatever lengths that we have to find who you are and make sure that justice is served. We will not allow anyone to come into this community or to any other community and disturb the peace. And love always triumphs over hate. And we are confident, I am confident, that no one will separate us or divide us, and that we all stand together as one. So I've come here today just as I came out yesterday and stood with the transgender community, and the weeks before with the Jewish community, and the weeks before that with the black community, and the weeks before that with any other community that's a victim of hate. In New York City, we will not tolerate hate, and you will see and you will feel a rapid response from all of us, regardless of who we are and regardless of where we live. We are one, and we represent love, and love always conquers hate. Thank you.
Good evening, everyone. Thank you so much to Sadhana, the Indo-Caribbean Alliance, to all of our community and faith leaders that are here today for standing in solidarity with the community and the family that have been impacted by this terrible crime. I am NISHA AGARWAL, the Commissioner of the New York City Mayor's Office of Immigrant Affairs. And on behalf of Mayor de Blasio, we are here to say that we stand with you. We are one. New York City believes that all who live here are deserving of freedom, safety, respect, and the right to practice your religion and your heritage without fear. Tonight, we unite to stand to say that bias, ignorance, and intolerance do not have a place in this great city of ours. We support this community as we seek justice and as you heal. Here in Woodhaven and Queens, representing the beautiful, incredible diversity of New York City. This is a resilient neighborhood. It's a resilient city that has withstood many horrific acts because of the strength of our people, and we will continue to do that and grow stronger. The Mayor's Office of Immigrant Affairs and the de Blasio administration are here to ensure that the neighborhood and the Hindu and Indo-Caribbean community will continue to thrive. Thank you.
A round of applause for NYPD.
Yay! I don't need the PA. I'm Police Officer Jose Severino from the 102 Precinct Community Affairs. I just want to keep you guys advised that this heinous crime is being investigated as a hate crime, and it's being actively investigated by the Hate Task Force. And I've been in touch with the detectives, and they're still looking at every possible detail. So as soon as we hear something, we'll let you know.
Thank you very much, Jose.
Assalamu alaikum, everyone, and good evening. I want to thank Sadhana for giving us this opportunity to be here today and stand in front of you, with you, and I myself is standing here in 4 different capacities. I'm here as the program director of Women for Afghan Women, a women's rights organization. I'm standing here as a board member of Flushing Interfaith Council. I'm standing here as a woman and as a Muslim. I'm also standing here as an Afghan American. And I believe that the IFAN do not separate us, but make us closer. So unfortunately, this year has been, I think, one of the worst when it comes to hate crimes. It's getting it from Afghanistan to Syria to United States, anywhere in the world you would see it's only hate crime. And I hope these kind of gathering where we all stand with different faiths and different cultures shows that we are all one. Today I'm not only representing my Interfaith Council, but also presenting the Afghan community here in New York who all send love and blessing to the Hindu community here in our own neighborhood. I hope we will be able to get together in gatherings where we are celebrating love and peace. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you. My name is Imam SAFRAZ. I'm a representative of the Muslim community and also a chaplain with the New York State Chaplain Task Force. I stand here today with our Hindu brothers and sisters to condemn the act of hate. It is always my belief that religion is supposed to bring us closer together. It is not supposed to divide us. And regardless who these atrocities are committed to and committed by, when it is committed, it's necessary for each one of us that is here to voice our concerns so our children will have a safer community and a brighter future. My brothers and sisters, I say to each and every one of you here, it is not only the religious communities, but also the law enforcement, religious communities, even to the politicians. We have to hold hands and speak out against these atrocities. Allow me at this moment to say that it is very heart-aching, regardless if atrocities is committed in the name of Islam or any other religion. When we see innocent lives are taken, we ask each and every one of you, let us come together, regardless who we are and what we practice. We should not be felt intimidated in any way to practice our faith and our belief. This country is a very beautiful country. Allow me to say this, and I'm sure that everyone is trying their best. But we should be given this sort of commitment from those that are in charge, that we will walk on the road safely and able to practice our faith and our belief, and we should not be looked at differently because of our outfits and the language we speak and what we choose to do, inshallah. Thank you.
At Christmas time, it is the dream of every child to receive a gift from Santa Claus. But unfortunately, children in the orphanage, that dream is far from reality. Today, I'm privileged and honored to be sitting here with some of the children of the Save Abi Foundation in United States of America and in Canada. Now these children, ladies and gentlemen, for the past couple of weeks have been collecting toys for the less fortunate children of Guyana. Their goal is to raise at least 600 toys for 12 orphanages. Now, I asked these little children like Avi, who's only 7 years old, Avi, why do you want to help the children of Guyana?
Because I want to give them toys to make them happy.
And Avani, I know for the past couple of weeks you've been doing so much to help the Save Avi Foundation as well. Now, the viewers that are looking here back home, tell them, why should they collect toys for the children?
They should collect toys for the children because the children in Guyana don't have toys like what we do, and they would feel happy the way we feel when we get presents when they get their presents.
Oh. So viewers back home looking at this clip, listen to little 7-year-old Avi and 9-year-old Avani and all these other kids that we have here from the Save Avi Foundation that are taking the time out of their school, of their vacation time, and always thinking about the children back home of Guyana. So can you help raise some toys for these children? If you can, please contact the Save Avi Foundation to donate your toys. We are taking collections in New York, New Jersey, Florida, Connecticut, Texas, Canada, and in Guyana. A child of today is the future of tomorrow. Help Save Avi. Donate a toy today. Merry Christmas!
My name is Reverend Dr. Alfonso WYATT. I am a founding member of the Interfaith Center of New York. So Chloe is not here. I will speak not so much on her behalf, but in conjunction. When I heard about the crime on television, my heart sank. When I reunited with my dear sister Sunita, and she told me about this event, I said, I must be here. Presence is a manifestation of love. When you show your presence, you minister in love. So all of us are ministering right now. We are ministering because the community is hurting. We are ministering because we understand that we are one, but we have to make the ones who don't understand that, as our public advocate so eloquently stated, that we will not be separated. I am also a minister, an elder at one of the larger African American churches in this area, the Greater Allen Cathedral. And it is important that all of us stand with all of us so that we remind one another that if you hurt, I hurt. And if we have opportunity to hold and to link hands, we must do that. We are one. Somebody say, we are one.
We are one.
Say it like you mean it.
We are one.
And say it so somebody else that don't believe it can hear it.
We are one.
Peace.
So here we are once again, right? It's a unity rally, right? We're all together to talk about what we're going to do to make this community, keep this community as great as it is. Woodhaven's a fabulous community. And what happened, act of a coward, is not going to be tolerated here. We stand together with all of you, fighting to make sure that good transpires over evil. And that's why we're here. So I want to just throw it out there tonight. I don't know if anybody has done anything, but I'd like to put up $500 for information leading to the arrest, indictment, and conviction of the perpetrator. Woodhaven's a great community. We stick together. I'm hoping that maybe that'll get some information to get this coward, this act of vandalism brought to justice. Thank you.
Amen. Well, good evening. Good evening. It is really sad that we come together as a community to denounce this type of hatred. But I just want to say to those that resort to this type of action, our community will not be broken, and our communities will not be defined by violence or hatred. As you can see, we are stronger today than we were yesterday. And we will be more stronger because we know that when we stand together, united, to denounce this type of violence, we want to make it clear. No way that we can allow for this type of behavior in New York City. And we are asking the police department to do a thorough investigation. Because this is not who we are. We are better than this. And we have a big responsibility to teach our children that love and compassion and hope is better, always better than this type of behavior. It has no place here or in any other part in New York City. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Ladies and gentlemen, first of all, let me say Sitaram, Ram Ram, Namaste. Today we are standing in solidarity with our friends and neighbors from the Indo-Caribbean and West Indian community. I represent a very large and diverse district, but I'm very proud to represent so many constituents from Guyana and Trinidad, many of whom are in fact Hindu. And I have seen them in their Mandirs. I have marched with them on the streets of Richmond Hill, and I have been as good a friend as anyone could ask for to that community. And I am truly outraged by the incidents that have been taking place and the violence that has been taking place against our friends and neighbors in the Hindu community. You know, we recently celebrated Diwali, and there were a number of events around the city, particularly many of them here in Queens, and we talk about light overcoming darkness. Tonight we are shining a great light in this community. In the darkness of winter, in the dead of winter here, we're standing on a street corner to send a message that we will not allow, we will not tolerate, we will not accept any type of religious persecution against any individual, no matter where they come from, what religion they practice. We would never allow people to burn crosses on a lawn. We wouldn't tolerate that in New York City. We wouldn't tolerate any anti-Semitic crime, and rightfully so, against Jews. We should not tolerate or accept or condone in any way violence towards Hindus. They are here. They are voting. They are paying taxes. They are becoming citizens. They are taking part in the American dream. They are making Queens and our city a better place to live. Right. The person or the individuals who are responsible for these acts of violence need to be brought to justice, because we have to send an even stronger message that we can never allow this to happen again. And so all the elected officials, our public advocate, the young lady who was a constituent of mine who organized this event, she did, and her and Richard and several others, they do a phenomenal job advocating for the needs of this community. But we have to be here tonight. It's unfortunate, as our Congresswoman said, but it's necessary. It cannot go unnoticed. Thank you very much.
To those thugs that thought that they could divide us, tonight you have your answer. We are united. We are one. To those who misguided, delusional individuals who thought that they could attack us one by one, you have your answer tonight. You have your all-star, all-Americans. People want to know what America looks like? Look around. Yes. This is the answer. This is the future. We all need to get used to it. And injury to one is an insult to all of us. We are going to stand united. Let me tell you a secret, thugs. Whether you know it or not, you did the bidding of ISIS. You did the bidding of those who are trying to divide and bring this country down. If you thought you were some type of patriot, that has nothing to do with what's happening here. If you thought that you were some great American standing up for some whatever madness went through your head, you should just go ahead and join the good people in ISIS that you serve. Here, we are saying that we stand in an America that's going to be America for everybody. We are going to have one America for everybody. We are going to say that some of us actually served. I served in the Marine Corps, and I served that people could have any religion that they wanted and be here, or have no religion and be here. So you certainly did not, whatever you think is a good American. Now, if you are some young child, where do you start? You go find God. Whatever you call him or her, find him quickly. We are going to have one America, and we're going to stand with every single one. People of this is a regular UN sitting right here. Every creed and color brought together. In your attempt to divide us, you have united us. You have made us stronger. We have made new friends that we did not have before. You thought that you could destroy the prayers of these Hindus by burning their flags. My friends, you're making their prayers a reality. If they prayed for unity of people, then they got it. If they prayed for brother and sisterhood, then they got it. If they prayed for these things, you have served to make them stronger and not weaker. So I want to thank our tall organizer who towers over me. Certainly in her mind, her vision towers. Well, absolutely. But never strong enough. So I thank all that came together. I thank you all tonight. Our congressperson, I almost looked here. I was about to promote you. And all of the electeds. I'm glad to be here tonight. In spite of this, we stand united. We are one.
2 months ago, after my mother's hospitalization, the doctors wanted to put her in hospice. And I'm like, they deemed her terminal. And I saw Mr. Thakur, I think the founder, on TV, and he was advertising this Indian community in Kings Harbor. It's a great Indian community where my mother feels at home, and she expresses her happiness to me whenever I come.
I know when I come, I feel happy. I stay a couple days and I see everybody, and I'm so happy.
I brought my mother here like a month and a half ago, and I haven't regretted my decision. It's one of the best decisions I've made for my mother. It's a home away from home.
I dreamt I was an orange flame, soaring to distant lands, beholding dazzling streets paved with gold. My heart was a deep cavity, crowned by hope, cascading down jet black hair, strength and vulnerability to vulture eyes tracing lengths. I could almost smell freedom. Tasted like reddish pink anar, Nani fed me, each seed bursting, dancing on my tongue. Women from Bihar detained at Calcutta ship ports, packed tightly, trembling bodies wait. Some carry babies sitting on hips, sobbing loudly until tears are too tired to flow. She throws her body down wildly to Prithvi Ma, digs deeply into the earth, a last offering. Flecks of brown under fingernails, her only memory of home. We offer devotion to Mother, pray for our children's peace. Kargam Puja by Ganga's banks. Her new home is with us and ours. Devotees vibrate to tapu drumming in the distance. Pujaris chant. Tagadam na day, tagadadam, darum, darum. endure struggle with dignity, to have faith this life will not be their destiny. Fly north to the other side of the Atlantic, fingertips clenched, one bag of belongings, all she wanted to carry from her old life. Sorrow frozen in time on a scratch vinyl record, playing her love's favorite Muhammad Rafi song. Homemade denim bell-bottoms look alien in this sea of pale faces. His iron hands plant rice fields, fetch paddy bags, pen cows. Her iron hands set puja place, dab bottom house, hang washed clothes. Sweat drips down back, salty with hope. His iron hands, numb from washing cars, hold lunchbox and coffee flask, wait with Mexicans to be picked up for work. Her iron hands, clean houses, nurture babies, collect 5-cent bottles to pour into machines. Welcome to the other El Dorado. Thank you.
Good evening. On behalf of the Indo-Caribbean Alliance, we first want to say what an amazing job Sadhana did. So quickly to pull this together and do it so effectively. It was an eventful week, but you can see the results, and it's a wonderful gathering here. We are humbled to stand in solidarity with this family and in strength with this community. At the Indo-Caribbean Alliance, this happened in our community. This happened to people who could be us. But this is a lot more than that. This is about the kind of community we live in. Too often, new Americans, immigrants, black and brown communities, when these things happen, whether it's here or in Jackson Heights recently or in San Bernardino, believe that if we just explain a little bit more about why we should exist, why we have rights, why we should be treated with respect and dignity, those who violate those rights would not do that. But that doesn't happen. The reason why this person committed this hate crime is not because they have a problem with Hindus or religion or our culture. It's because they don't see the value in our values. They don't see what we see, which is that we live by certain rules. We understand that this is how we build community. And there are good ways of doing it, and there are bad ways of doing it, and they chose the wrong way. So we have to make sure that all of us are accountable to creating an environment of respect and tolerance. And that is the only way we'll all live together. Thank you again.
It's a somber occasion that we're meeting, but I'm delighted that so many people came out here tonight to stand with us. It doesn't happen often. In fact, things like this don't happen often. Woodhaven's a beautiful place. This part of Queens is actually a place that's peaceful, that has diversity. You have a Hindu home with Christmas lights at the top, right? That's actually how we live. We share everyone's religion. And that's why we were distraught when this happened. And that's why we're gathering here today. The truth is, though, sometimes and oftentimes Hindu flags are burned and they don't get reported. A lot of people commit hate crimes and they don't get reported. We're a silent community. Sometimes we don't go out and vote. Sometimes we don't stand up for our rights. And the truth is, we'll be disrespected, and we'll continue to be disrespected. What happened here was utter disrespect. And now you see, we get support. People love us. And we have to stand up because we're one. It's an amazing turnout tonight. And I'm so happy to see all the elected officials stand in solidarity with Sadhana, with the Indo-Caribbean Alliance, and with the Indo-Caribbean community, and the Caribbean Equality Project, and Let's Talk the Lakshmi, and all of our friends. And this is why it's important, because when these things happen, they don't always hit the news. But these are the people that come out. These are the people who rally together, and this is our core group that bands together. I'm so happy to see folks like the Woodhaven Residents Block Association and a lot of our neighbors here tonight.
Thank you, Mike Miller. Thank you, Trimurti Bhavan, for raising $1,000. And we will find this person. And if we don't, it's not our responsibility to educate everyone around us about our culture. We do it though. All right, so we're doing like an auction now. So we're up to Congresswoman Nydia Velasquez has just contributed another $500, so we're up to $1,500. Wow. Do I have another bidder? I'll just stay up here. Okay, so the public advocate, LETITIA James, is also contributing $500. We're up to $2,000. Let's talk with Lakshmi Singh, and the Divya Jyoti Association that puts on our annual Diwali motorcade, the largest in New York City with 12,000 people, is also contributing another $500. And you know what? It's not about money, it's about love. $2,500 helps, but we're going to find these people. I know the 102 is on the job. I know Jose and his team back there is on the job. And I'm so delighted that although we're meeting here on a somber occasion, we are showing love. We're showing what our community is all about. And the Indo-Caribbean community is going to stand with everyone else, shoulder to shoulder, to face this violent act. And we're going to resist it. Thank you everyone for coming out this evening.
Elegant Floral Design. We can help you beautify your event. No occasion is too big or too small. We specialize in floral decor and party planning for every event. Please call 718-322-9786. Please use promo code Lakshmi for a discount.
Manhattan. I confess to not having been a Queens native and thus taking a little bit more time than usual getting here. But I just want to say that on behalf of the Interfaith Center of New York, I bring greetings and just concerns that so many of you have expressed, and wanting you to know that we all know that there is no place for hate in this great city, and that we work with faith leaders, or as we work with faith leaders around the city, we know that no tradition has monopoly on terror or extremism, and it's up to all of us diverse neighbors here and around the city to get together, whether we are from Sikh, Muslim, Hindu, Jewish, or Christian background, or none of the above. And remember that we are one, as the organizers of this rally so aptly describe it. So at a time when the headlines seem to bring us nothing but bad news about how we treat each other, I'm so glad to be here and with all of you as we stand up for what we know are essential values in our community. Thank you so much. Amen.
Good evening, everyone. I just want to say thank you for coming out and making this message very clear that we are one. As the president of the Woodhaven Residents Block Association, I can guarantee you this is not what our community is about. We're very diverse, we're very welcoming, and we come together. And we're going to stay together. And this is how we're going to help each other out. And we will not let anyone come in and dictate how other people should live. That's not going to happen. So I have a message for this individual. Do yourself a favor, turn yourself in, and man up to your problems. You know, you will be forgiven. The family already said it, they will forgive you. You know, they're not about hatred. So turn yourself in, close this chapter in your life, and join a community that wants to come together and live as one. And make sure that we educate other people to make sure that this is not going to be accepted. We will come together today, tomorrow, next week, next year. If it's snowing, raining, it doesn't matter, because this is not the way we want to live. So thank you for coming out. The Block Association will do everything we can to help the 102 precinct capture this person, and we will definitely also contribute $500. Thank you.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Adrienne Adams, and I am very solemn this evening over the circumstances that do bring us here this evening, but my heart is filled with love for this community. I bring you greetings from your neighbors in St. Albans, in Hollis, in Jamaica, in Springfield Gardens. And we do stand with you. I'd like for you to know that my neighbors are Hindu in the front of me, on the left, and on the right of me. And they are very, very wonderful people. They share meals with us. We were very, very happy to enjoy the celebration of blessing their home in August. And on a very, very rainy night a few weeks ago, the doorbell rang at about 8 o'clock. And it was my neighbor bringing us sweets in celebration of Diwali. So we stand with your community more than you know. We believe in your righteous fight, and I believe that the world understands that love is always greater than hate. Yes. Hate will not be tolerated in this century. Hate will never be tolerated because it never wins. Look at the results here tonight and the numbers here tonight, just to let the world know that we are one. Thank you.
So we stand here tonight to fight against hate. My community, the LGBT Caribbean community, has been fighting hate all of our life. And in our community, we continue to fight hate. And recently, a transgender individual in Jackson Heights was severely beaten, and we rallied yesterday for her life. And today, we, the LGBT community, stands and rally with our Hindu community because we are part of this community and we are one. And we are so appreciative for Sadhana for being here tonight and raising awareness of who we are as Indo-Caribbean, Hindus, Muslim, LGBT, but we stand today as we are one. And thank you all for coming out.
Sitaram, everyone. Namaste. Assalamu alaikum. Good evening. Everyone, just give AMINTA a big round of applause. It's such an honor and pleasure to stand here as one, as we are all one here tonight, this evening. As I'm standing here and looking around with all of us here, different faiths, different cultures, different colors, I thought about growing up in New York City and how significant a Jhandi flag is to Hindus. I'm a proud Hindu. And to imagine that if AMINTA and Team Sadhana let this go, would people think it's okay to go around and light a fire to all of our Jhandi flags? Queens, New York, if you walk down any street in Richmond Hill or Woodhaven or even Brooklyn, Ozone Park, wherever it is, Queens, trust me, you'll find 1, 2, 3, 4, so many, many, many homes with Jhandi flags. And I commend AMINTA tonight and everyone that's here tonight, because if we don't stand as one, then imagine if one day someone just kept on going around and lighting our Jhandi flags on fire. It's not going to be tolerated. It's not going to be accepted. We have to stand as one. Thank you. Good night.
Welcome to Platinum Celebrations Incorporation, event planner and on-day coordinators. Formal or casual, large or intimate, held at a private residence, dazzling venue, or the beach. Platinum Celebrations' unparalleled service and attention to details will take your special occasion from the ordinary to the extraordinary. As a full-service event planning company, our service goes beyond design and decor to encompass entertainment, linen and table settings, flower arrangements, party favors, invitations, photography, and so much more. From selecting the perfect site to achieving the perfect mood. We promise to guide you through the planning process from beginning to end, and we are on site throughout the entire event to ensure all of your time and money invested goes according to your liking. Contact Shivi at 347-432-8545 for a free consultation. Remember, Platinum Celebrations is here for your special day.
You miss your family abroad, especially during the holiday season.
Now, with the Digicel Top-Up app, you can keep them close. Tell your loved ones abroad to send you minutes. And share with them the magic of Christmas. Make Christmas magical. Tell loved ones abroad to send you minutes, and you can win $2,000 every week. $1,000 for you and $1,000 for your family abroad.
On behalf of Sadhana Coalition of Progressive Hindus, I want to personally thank everyone, including our partnering organizations, all the elected officials, interfaith leaders, Hindu leaders, and community-minded individuals who showed up to our rally tonight. Without you, we would not have been able to resoundingly say that we are one. Thank you.
Hi, this is Mohammed.
And Krishna.
From the Caribbean Equality Project, and we're here standing in solidarity with Sadhana and to protest and raise awareness of the hate crime that occurred here in Woodhaven, Queens. As an LGBT organization, we're here to stand up for our LGBT Hindu community. If this should ever happen, we would hope everyone would come and support our community. We want to raise awareness that this violence is unacceptable, but most important, we are a part of this community. We are one. We need to raise awareness for our culture, and we need to promote our culture. And for us here today, we want to make sure everyone know that this community does not stand against violence. We do not stand for hate, and we will always stand up. We will always rise up and fight hate. We will always fight discrimination. But most important, we are one, and we need to live in a life where we view everyone like they matter. We all matter, but most important, we are one.
Good evening. My name is Rohan. I'm one of the co-founders, along with AMINTA KILAWAN and Sunita Vishwanath, of Sadhana Coalition of Progressive Hindus, and we would just like to say that it's very important going forward for the Mandirs to keep their doors open, to not think that they should be fearful or afraid, to not practice their faith, and to not take pride in the beauty that is Hinduism. And so with that said, I'd just like to thank Lakshmi from Let's Talk with Lakshmi and her producers for allowing me the time to deliver this message. Thank you.
Okay, my name is Asira. I am Sean's neighbor. We were the one that caught the horrible act on camera, and of course we shared it with our Woodhaven Society block. So we're here standing together as one so we can catch this person who did this hateful crime. We are from many different cultures and backgrounds, and of course we support each other and we do not discriminate. That's about it.
Please, to all our faith out there and to anyone who would inculcate hate or any kind of these negative vices within, please understand that as Hindu brothers and sisters, this is our belief, this is our culture, this is our custom, this is our tradition. We take pride in it, and please, we would hope and we're asking everyone to simply just respect our faith as well as though we respect yours. On behalf of all of us at our Mandir, the Shaanti Bhavan Mandir, myself and all our devotees, we would like to say pranam, and please continue to support these kinds of rally in the near future. God bless. On behalf of all of us, happy holidays also to everyone.
Hello, as we come together to denounce this hate crime, we'd like to reflect on the significance of the flag itself. This flag represents Hanumanji, and it represents the control of the mind over the control of the mind and senses, and victory over ignorance, over hate, and over all forces of oppression. So together we gather together in unity and show that there's diversity and unity, but show that there's a love that ties us all together. And we need to realize that spark of divinity and that spark of love within us all, and to realize that hate will get us nowhere. We need to denounce all forces of oppression that break us apart, and all of these barriers that we create ourselves. So we pray for this person who unfortunately was clouded in ignorance, and we hope that we can find this person and then together realize that we must overcome this ignorance that pulls us apart. Thank you so much.
Well, viewers, we did gather here this evening right here on 80th Street and 89th Avenue in Woodhaven in front of the CHARRAN NARINE home, where the Sadhana organization and many leaders of the community, many leaders of different faiths came together as we are against any form of hate, any form of violence. Please do not participate in these types of acts. And remember, there's now an award. I think it's about $4,000 to catch this perpetrator. I hope you guys all enjoyed this week's episode of Let's Talk with Lakshmi. I'll see you guys all next week. Same time, same place. It's a Tate. Let's talk.
Guyana. Oh, Guyana.
I know this school is a place set up in the community to help children to further them education, to achieve a goal, a computer solved. I want to thank God for the scholarship for Rebecca Jairam, sponsored by the school. And the owner, I just want to thank God for them that can continue to do the good work as they are doing in this community.
I want to say special thanks to Save Happy Computer School because my daughter goes into school. She do a computer course here, and she went for an interview at the Regional Democratic Council for a job with 49 persons for 2 spots. And she indicated to them that she do a course at Save Happy Computer School and she do have a certificate. And as soon as she produced the certificate, she was hired on the spot.